Maybe the universe has saved one of the best new moons of 2024 for last. December 30th, 2:27 p.m. Pacific time. December 31st, 1:30 a.m. Universal time. We're going to have a beautiful last new moon of 2024 in the initiating goal-oriented earth sign of Capricorn. This is a wonderful new moon for setting intentions, planting seeds for what you would like to co-create with the universe in 2025, a year in which we're going to have an unprecedented number of outer planets changing signs, which means significant change, historic change for all of us. So in this video, I'm going to share with you who will feel this new moon in Capricorn most personally and intensely, the themes that you can expect, and how we can work with the aspects with the most ease and grace. And in part 2, I will be doing readings for all 12 signs, letting you know in which area of your natal chart and your life you're going to be experiencing the Capricorn new moon, as well as pulling an oracle card for each of the 12 signs as well. Consider part 1 of the video to be the first half of your individual 12 sign readings. This is where I'm going to do a deeper dive into how you can work with these energies and use this new moon to your best advantage. But first, I want to say hello and welcome if you are brand new to the channel. I'm so glad you are here. This is a like-minded community. If you want to use astrology for your own empowerment, I practice Western tropical astrology. You have found your tribe. Be sure and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Hello and welcome back to my subscribers. I'm so grateful to you. If you've been watching my videos and you have not yet subscribed, please take a moment to tap the subscribe button. It means more than you know, and I am incredibly grateful for your support. I'm Betsy. I am a psychic astrologer as well as an intuitive life coach, the author of the book, The Magic of Saying Yes, Answering Your Heart's True Calling. I do astrology consultations. It is my absolute joy to meet you on Zoom. So if you are intrigued and would like to get a 2025 year ahead reading or another astrology reading with me, stay tuned till the end of the video. I'll be telling you more about my offerings, and I have a free gift for you, which I'll tell you about at the end as well. I write about the astrology between videos in my weekly inspirational astrology updates. So if you'd like to get those updates, go to my website, sign up for free, and you will get my free gift, instant download, right away. Now, I believe that new and full moons are much underrated transits in the astrological world. Why? Because this is how we co-create, how we manifest our reality. All new moons are the beginning of a brand new manifestational cycle. It is when the moon is dark. We call them dark moons because we look up in the sky and we don't see anything. There is no light, so they can be a time that we feel lower energy or emotionally less vibrant. But new moons are meant to pull us inward to contemplate what we most want to create going forward. And of course, when we have a last moon of the year, we are often thinking about what we want to release and let go of. We're often reflecting on the past year and how we want the new year to be different. This is what we call New Year's resolutions, right? And I know a lot of you probably don't make resolutions anymore, but I like to think of the word resolution as resolution. Another opportunity, if you will, to create what your heart most desires. And during this new moon, we have the sun and the moon together in the earth sign of Capricorn. Capricorn energy is all about what we want to build, what the next goal is. It is the mountain goat. What are we setting our sights on next? What I love about Capricorn energy is it is the planner. It's where we want to be efficient. We want to see the fruits of our labor in very practical earthly ways. And it's a cardinal sign which fuels our initiating desire. It's considered the most ambitious sign of the zodiac, in fact. So in this particular area of your life, my friend, where you have Capricorn energy, which I'm going to share with you in the 12 sign readings, you may be thinking about what steps can I take? What do I want to do? What is my heart's desire around the areas of success, achievement, work, career, or life purpose? This is where I feel we want to upgrade, up-level the quality of our life. And because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, we're willing to put in the effort and the work in order to get to the top of our metaphorical mountain. Saturn also represents the wise teacher, and it can represent the father or an authority figure or an advisor. So this is the time too that you might be reaching out to others that you look up to, people that you trust, for wise advice. Keep in mind that what we're thinking about at the end of December isn't likely to come to full fruition for another 6 months. That's the time that it takes for us to get to the full moon in the same sign, but we often have a mini culmination, which could be a sign or a synchronicity or a step that we take around the full moon, which happens 2 weeks after this new moon, which will be the full moon in Cancer, the opposite sign of Capricorn. So who will most feel this lovely new moon in Capricorn? It's happening at 9 degrees. So those of you who have planets or points between 4 and 14 degrees of Capricorn or the other cardinal signs, Cancer, Aries, or Libra, you will feel this new moon most personally, most intensely. All of us have 9 degrees of Capricorn somewhere in our natal astrology chart. So wherever you have these degrees, you will be beginning a new manifestational cycle, even if you don't feel it on a deep personal level. Now, 9 degrees has been a very important degree point during the past 3 new moons and the next 3 new moons. We have 6 consecutive new moons at 9 degrees. The universe is clearly pointing us in the direction of the 9 vibration as we close out 2024 and during the first 3 months of 2025 as well. So what is significant about the number 9? It represents the end of a cycle, culminations, humanity, and the humanitarian. It also resonates to the vibration of Pisces energy, which is unconditional love, deep compassion, forgiveness, our intuitive guidance, and our deep psychic connection to our own higher self, the soul, our divine source. Ever since Pluto entered Aquarius to stay, we are now firmly in the age of Aquarius. We have said goodbye to the age of Pisces, which is also a call to say goodbye to overgiving, over-sacrificing, and to say yes to letting go of the past. I was having a conversation with a friend over coffee the other day, and I was joking about how amazing it would be if we could just walk through a revolving door, and as we do the circle and walk out the other side, our consciousness, our brains have been completely released of past pain, past regrets, past conditioning that isn't empowering. This would be a beautiful intention for this new moon, to approach the next 2 weeks or the next chapter or the year of 2025 with the mindset of a clean slate, beginner's mind. I've never been here before. It's brand new territory, because the truth is, it is brand new territory. We have not been here before. And there is something magical and synchronistic and a sense that the world is our oyster that we can intend for this new moon energy. All great things begin with an inspired vision. And this is what I'm going to be asking my spiritual guides, my angels. Show me my inspired vision. Give me moments of goosebumps. Give me moments of chills. Bring me those magical synchronicities that open new doors and new pathways in my mind, especially. This is the inspiration that I'm feeling with this new moon. Now, the aspects. Interestingly, I think this is the first moon that we've had, at least that we've had for a while, that is only receiving one aspect, and this aspect is quite positive. It's beautifully harmonious with the new moon. Not only this, but the new moon is making an aspect to Saturn, and Saturn is the ruler of the new moon, which makes this aspect that much more powerful. The new moon is going to make a lovely sextile to Saturn, now direct in Pisces, which is synchronistically the sign of endings, completion, forgiveness, and compassion. So just like the themes I spoke about with the number 9, those themes also come up with this sextile to Saturn. Sextiles bring new opportunities, they bring solutions. And because Saturn is involved, this is about a goal or a vision that helps you to co-create a solid, sustainable foundation. It's something tangible. Most likely you want it to be long-term. You want it to bring you added security. And you want it to be of quality because this is Capricorn energy. In Capricorn energy, we would rather have a few pieces of very high quality clothing than a whole closet of stuff that's not going to last. And with a sextile, it's important to keep in mind that we do have to initiate something. We do have to be proactive. We also want to be aware that Jupiter retrograde in Gemini is still making a square to Saturn, which means that the Saturn within us, the part of us that wants to build this solid, sustainable foundation, is having to go a bit slower, perhaps, maybe be a little more cautious, if not cautious, discerning. Keywords would be organization, planning, dotting your I's and crossing your T's. We are very much encouraged to release and let go of any approach or strategy or way of being, any habit that isn't sustainable in our lives. The other transit I want to point out, it's not an aspect to the new moon, but it is a transit going on during this new moon, and that is Mars retrograde in Leo, making an opposition to Pluto in Aquarius. Now, I go into this aspect at length in my Mars retrograde in Leo video. I feel it will be more or less going on in the background of this new moon, and unless you have planets or points between 0 and 2 degrees of the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, you may not even notice it during this new moon. You could feel this as pressure from another person. You could feel this as a power struggle. You could feel this as an intense drive or obsession to get something done. And actually, that's an amazing way to use this energy, regardless of the planets or points in your chart and whether they're being activated. This energy could really fuel you to get something done that you feel quite ambitious about. Now, this said, if you don't feel like you want to push the river, if you're not feeling super motivated around this new moon time, that could also be quite natural. Partly because that's one of the symptoms of a Mars retrograde, but also a week after this new moon, Mars is going to retrograde back into Cancer, on which I will be doing a separate video for you. And when Mars retrogrades back into Cancer on January 7th, it will be opposite the Capricorn area of your chart where this new moon is happening. So you could find that you are very much in a reflective deliberation of this area of your life. You could be super excited and revved up about the new year, or you could feel very laid back and be like, why don't I feel ambitious? It's Capricorn. I should be feeling ambitious. When we have a Mars retrograde, that ambition can be much softer. It can wane. It is a time when we're often meant to pull in, release, let go of the past, say goodbye to the old year and the old energies before we open up to the excitement of a brand new vision. Now, this all said, around this new moon time, you could have a sense of something fated or destined. Why do I say this? Because Mars retrograde in Leo is going to make a trine to the North Node in Aries, and the North Node in Aries is connected to your destiny. Mars retrograde in Leo, a fire sign. The North Node in Aries, a fire sign. You could feel quite inspired around something that feels destined or fated. You could meet somebody. There could be some sort of event. Something could happen that could feel magical to you. Not only this, but Pluto in Aquarius is going to make a sextile to the North Node in Aries and a trine to the South Node in Libra. Pluto is a power player. When it harmonizes with the nodes, you could feel a burning heart's desire bubbling up. You could feel the fire lit in your belly. And it could have this sense of fate or destiny as well. So all of this feels quite lovely and magical and synchronistic to me, and I hope it does to you too, my friend. So let's do the 12 sign readings now. Listen to your rising sign. This is the area of life corresponding to the area of your chart that I'm going to share with you, in which you will be experiencing this new moon based on your rising sign, based on the whole sign house system. I also encourage you to listen to your sun sign and your moon sign for further themes and intuitive messages. And we're going to start with Capricorn, because Capricorn, this is your season, this is your new moon, and happy birthday to all of our lovely Capricorn friends. Happy birthday to you, beautiful Capricorn. I hope you have the most beautiful birthday, Capricorn. You're going to be experiencing this new manifestational cycle, setting intentions, planting seeds for a new vision, a new goal at the very least, something that you want to create that has a feeling of a long-term sustainable foundation. This is happening for you in your house of the self, the house of you, your identity, the roles you play personally and professionally. It's also your physical vitality, your body, your health, and your appearance. So Capricorn, you may want to do some sort of makeover. You may want to go through your closet and let go of the clothes that don't suit you anymore and replace them with what feels more like you. Because after all, we are stepping into a brand new year, Capricorn. We are done with Pluto in your sign. This really is a brand new era for you. It really, really is, Capricorn. And if you're still feeling any of the PTSD from what you may have experienced during Pluto and Capricorn, I strongly encourage you to set a clear intention that you are birthing a brand new self. You are new again. What would you say yes to if you didn't have a past? It is time to birth a brand new spiritual identity. And why not do it during this new moon, beautiful Capricorn, if you haven't done so already? Some of you will get a new job. Some of you will quit a job. Some of you will start a new role in your family or in some sort of volunteer capacity or in your career. Some of you may change any sort of routine that has to do with your physical body. And I wouldn't be surprised if you are really wanting to feel more vital, more alive, more owning the truth of who you are, and a desire that all areas of your life reflect that. Because Capricorn, one thing that's really important to you specifically, wherever you have planets or points in this sign, is that you feel in integrity with your soul, that you receive the respect that you give others, and that you respect yourself. Integrity, morality, respect, these are all tied to Saturn, and Saturn is your ruler. Saturn is not just the planet where we feel restrictions and rules and tightening, and sometimes where we can be less than generous with our own selves. Saturn is not just that. Saturn is also the wise teacher, the wise elder. And this is something I feel that is ready to come out within you and your life even more as we go into this phenomenal year of 2025. This is truly going to be a year that goes down in history as life-changing for so many of us collectively, no doubt. So Capricorn, let me pull a card for you now and let us see what the cards have to say. And if you have a vision for this new year based on that you want to bring into reality beginning at this new moon time and going forward, let me know in the comments below, beautiful Capricorn. We can all support one another as we co-create our next new vision. Okay, Capricorn. Your card is the Sage. Yes, I just said this, the wise elder, and check out this card. This is you, Capricorn. This is you. There is a sage within you. You have learned so much during the Pluto and Capricorn era. You have learned so much. Some of you may want to, so here's the thing. We can be a quote unquote light worker in any capacity, right? It doesn't matter whether your title reflects your sage, the sage within you. You can bring your wisdom, you can bring your healing abilities, your sage advice to others through any title, through any job. However, I do feel that some of you may want to write, share with others what you've learned. Some of you may want to become healers in the alternative healing fields. Others of you may want to stay in your field, but you may want to come out of the closet, so to speak, even more with the truth of who you are. Because who among us doesn't want to feel like we can truly be our authentic selves, right, Capricorn? And when I see the orange that the sage is wearing, that reminds me of creativity. That reminds me of your creativity and your desire to thrive. And the message of this card is be devoted and committed, which are also words that express the themes of who you are, beautiful Capricorn. Are you devoted in your spiritual practice, a daily spiritual practice? Are you devoted to you, to your own well-being on all levels? Are you devoted to your spiritual source? Do you feel that you are living your purpose and passion? I know these may sound like big questions, especially the last one, but this is what I'm getting from this card. Your own devotion and commitment to your own well-being, beautiful Capricorn, is the key to thriving for you in 2025. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonates for you. I would love to hear. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, beautiful Sagittarius. Sagittarius, beautiful Sag, you are going to be experiencing the new moon in Capricorn, the very last new moon of 2024, when we are setting intention seeds, planting visions for what we most want to co-create in 2025. It's a really beautiful new moon, as I speak about at length in the first part of this video. You are experiencing this in your area of material security. So for you, this has to do with the money you earn, your values. Is your life in alignment with your values? Do you feel like you're in integrity with your own joy and how you want to be using your time? This is also the house of self-worth and deserving and material. Well, I already said material security. So this is where you've got a new vision. Some of you are up leveling your sense of self-worth and deserving. Others of you may be wanting to start something new that brings you more money, that maybe brings you the money that you need to acquire the possessions that you desire. And this could be that you want to buy a new home even. This isn't the house of home, but it is the second house. And across from the second house is the eighth house. And this is the financial axis of your chart. So you could very well be feeling like, I want to invest money. I want to build my assets. I want to buy a home. I want to buy a new car. I want to just feel like all of my needs are taken care of. I know a lot of people feel like, I just want to be able to use the money that I have to support the desires in my life and not have to really think that much about money. And that can be a beautiful thing. So beautiful, Sag. I have been shuffling. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more and let's see what the cards have to say. Some of you may want to start a side gig. Some of you may be ready to do something in a field that we call like a spiritually based business, or just come out more as who you really are in whatever capacity that you earn money. Okay, so Sag. Aligning your life with your values. That is a very strong theme that I'm feeling for everyone in 2025. This is the point that we are at in our vibrational frequency. We are there. We are ready. We want to feel there's a purity. There's gosh, it's even a little bit hard to put into words. It's just a sense of like, yeah, I'm going to be doing what my purpose is. I'm going to be aligned with that. I need to do that now. Some of you could be feeling that. If so, leave me a message. Leave me a comment in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Sagittarius, your card is, the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. And that is this new moon. Because Mars is retrograde, especially, we may be extra reflective. What I love about this card, number one, is all the sparkly, that's you, Sag, all of the, she just looks so beautiful with this blue sparkly gown. But not only that, look how she's looking at the galaxy. There's an openness, there's a vastness to what she's looking at. It's almost the sense of losing yourself in the vastness of the galaxy. Imagining that you are on a star, imagining that you are floating in space. There's something that opens up in us, and I feel it in my solar plexus as I'm talking about it. There's something that opens up that is, on the one hand, it's very relaxing. Our troubles drop away. We realize we're just this tiny speck of beingness in reality, but at the same time, it also allows us to receive, yes, that's the word, receive the wisdom and the message, the synchronicities, the messages that the divine want to bring us, that your angels, your guides want to bring you about a vision for you. I get this feeling that your own soul has a vision for you that may still be opening up for you that you may still be awakening to. And during this reflection time, you're going to get the clarity that really inspires you, beautiful Sag. So if this resonates for you, leave me a comment. I would love to hear. Scorpio. Hello, beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio, you are going to be experiencing intention setting, deciding what you want next with a focus on the third house in your chart. Now, this third house is the house of mindset and communication. It's your immediate environment. It is your neighbors, your neighborhood, the places that you hang out, where you do your sort of daily life. It is also any transactions, buying and selling, signing a lease, getting a mortgage, buying a new car, short trips, learning, networking, websites even, writing blogs even. It's a lot of things, I know. Often it is a focus on a relationship with a sibling, an aunt, uncle, or cousin, or a neighbor, or a landlord, somebody that you see frequently. Scorpio, this new moon is making a sextile to your energy. It's quite harmonious. It's very beautiful. A sextile is very supportive for creating something tangible in your life, an opportunity, a solution, something solved, something foundational that is going to be of long-term benefit and value to you in any of the areas that I just mentioned. Some of you will be deciding to work on a website or to do something that is foundational to a business for you, because this is also the house of our freelance work. If we're self-employed. Some of you might be deciding where to rent an office. Or do you want the location that you're in? Is it still working for you? Do you want to change a location of your work or of your home? Do you want to take a short trip? This would be a really good time to do a day trip or to do a long weekend trip for your inspiration. Or you may simply want to buy a new device or a new car. But Scorpio, this is also your mindset. If your mindset could use an upgrade, this would be a beautiful time to do it as you're reflecting on what you desire to build, to create a new vision for this third house new moon. Scorpio, let me shuffle for you now and let's see what the cards have to say for you. For your first new moon, well, it's the last new moon of 2024, but it is creating a vision for 2025. So I like to think of it as the first chapter of 2025. And your card is, the Traveler. And the message is move in a new direction. She has her traveling clothes on. She is ready to do something new. She's ready to set out. She's in adventure mode. She is excited about what's next for her. Do you resonate with this? Scorpio, this is the house of short trips after all. Or you could be contemplating travel in a long distance way. Partly because Mars retrograde is happening, or will be a week after this new moon. It will be happening in your 9th house of long distance travel. So some of you could actually be contemplating whether you want to do some sort of course or retreat, something that's going to expand you, something that's going to spiritually uplift you. You could be contemplating whether you want to do that and whether that involves some sort of long distance travel or even a move to another country perhaps. So if any of what I shared with you resonates, let me know in the comments below. Traveling right now will be very expansive for you, whether it's a short trip or a long distance journey. Libra. Hello, beautiful Libra. Libra, you are going to feel this new moon. Why do I say this? Because it is happening for you in your 4th house. This is an angle of your chart. This is where you are planting seeds, setting intentions for a brand new vision. And your new vision has to do with your home, your family, or healing something in your childhood conditioning. You want to feel more rooted, many of you. You want to feel more like you love your home, like your home is your sanctuary. So this can be a lot of different things, because ultimately this is about you feeling a sense of home within your own heart. But it's also a sense of belonging with what you consider to be family. And of course, we all have the family of origin, and then a lot of us have chosen family as well. So this relates to either of those or both of those. Some of you may want to move. Others of you may want to remodel. Others of you may want to add someone to your home environment, like getting a roommate, or maybe you are ready for a roommate to move out. Maybe you've shared your space with another and now you want more privacy. There's many different ways this could play out. Also, Libra, you could be thinking about career. I say this because your house of career, the 10th house, is opposite. And this is where Mars is going to be retrograding a week after this new moon happens. And wherever Mars is retrograding in our chart is often where we're deliberating on that area of life. And often we do make changes in our home when we change our work, or we get transferred somewhere, or we decide to upgrade our career. We get maybe a promotion, and that changes what we want in our home life. So you can see how the two can affect one another. You may feel this moon intensely also because it's making a square to your energy, and that means that you feel motivated to take action. That's what I love about a square. It's often where we create a positive change in our lives because we feel enough tension or pressure that we have to look at something. We have to attend to it. We have to take steps, and that relieves the pressure, and then we feel accomplished. Okay, so Libra. Let me pull a card for you and let us see what the cards have to say. And beautiful Libra, if you have any planets or points in the low degrees of your sign, 0 to 2 or 3 degrees, you may also be feeling a beautiful trine from Pluto and Aquarius right now. And that is quite lovely and quite empowering for you. Okay, Libra, let us see what the cards have to say for you. Libra. Your card is, Libra, your card is the stag. Trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. This stag is the leader. This stag is a teacher. You don't have to be a leader or teacher in the traditional sense to receive the message of this card. Do you see all the green? There's a heart healing for some of you. There, when I look at this card, I see a sense of confidence. I see like, this is true. If the stag could talk, this is what I would see the stag saying. I am a leader. I have been through a lot. I have a lot to share. Libra, you're one of the cardinal signs that really went through it with Pluto and Capricorn. You are now an elder, regardless of your age. Within your sage wisdom, there's an elder quality to you now based on what you have learned, what you went through, what you rose to from adversity into your own wisdom. Pluto transits bring wisdom. There's a wisdom that you have now. And these antlers are they're like branches of a tree that have expanded and grown and include nuggets of truth that you can now share with others in whatever way. It could be very casual. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you to go out and be something that, a profession that you're not willing to be, for example. But hopefully you get the idea of what I'm saying. This says trust and thrive. If there's something going on in your life right now that feels uncertain, like I think is true for so many right now, as we go into this brand new era and this brand new year, that is, yes, there's a lot of uncertainty when you have 5 outer planets in new signs, which we will have by the end of the year. And I am including Pluto and Aquarius when I say that. There is uncertainty there, but this card is saying you can trust the process. Trust the process and you will thrive. And if you resonate with this card, beautiful Libra, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Virgo, hello, beautiful Virgo. Virgo, you are going to experience this new moon in Capricorn in my favorite house of the zodiac, the 5th house. This is the house of fun. It's the house of letting loose. If I were to give you one message for this new moon, I would say, what can you plan for your life? Okay, let's not make it so big, not for your life. What can you plan for over the next 6 months? Because a new moon is a brand new manifestational cycle that comes to full fruition and culmination 6 months later. Sometimes we have a mini culmination 2 weeks later. If you were to look at the next month for you, or maybe 6 months for you, if you want to go that far out, what is your new vision for your house of fun, comfort, pleasure, romance, true love, your creativity, your full unbridled creative expression, you being you and filling up your own cup with joy. This is also the house of inner child delight, and it's the house of children. Some of you may want to get pregnant, and this is a beautiful new moon for that because it is the house of children. Others of you may want to deepen your existing romance in your life, and we can have romance within ourselves and romance with others. Others of you may want to attract a romantic partner, or at the very least, a lover. And this is a gorgeous new moon for that as well. If you want to write a book, if you want to sculpt something, if you want to write a song, if you want to put out an album, you get the idea. Whatever it is you want to create. If you want a new wardrobe, that's creativity too. This is a gorgeous new moon for that as well. This is the house of freedom and just giving yourself the permission to have adventures, to have fun, more pleasure. So that's it, Virgo. Those are your marching orders. Go have fun, let loose, enjoy yourself. Let me know, how does this resonate for you? I want to pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say as well. I'm guessing that some of you Virgos could be ready to lighten your load. If that's true, leave me a comment, let me know. Let's see what the cards have to say for Virgos. Your free, unbridled creative expression, and your card is Autumn. Release the old and rest. Virgo, what I love about this card is that this raven, I believe it's a raven, this black bird knows magical and mysterious things. There are messages that are meant to come through to you. They could come in your dreams at night. They could come when you're walking in the woods. They could come when you are driving. They could come when you're in the shower. They could come a lot of different ways. But what I'm sensing with this card, besides what it says, of course, this is a card about releasing. It's a card about releasing the past, which I talk about at the beginning of this video. Part 1, the number 9, which is the degree point at which this new moon is happening, very much about releasing the past, about giving yourself compassion and forgiveness. And also, Virgo, the South Node is going to be in your sign in 2025. I have a whole video for you on the North Node in Pisces, the South Node in Virgo. And part of the message of the South Node in your sign is to release where you're hard on yourself, where you're overly analytical. Not you, Virgo, I know. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart too, I get it. Analysis paralysis, where you're maybe not giving yourself the good stuff in life that you deserve. Release the old and thrive. And rest, it says, and rest. If you could really use a rest period right now, if you could really use just downtime, give yourself permission to have that. And let me know in the comments below if this message resonates. I would love to hear. Beautiful Virgo, you deserve the very best. It's time to claim it. Leo. Hello, beautiful Leo. Leo, you are going to experience the new moon in Capricorn in your 6th house of optimal health. This is also your daily work. It's all of your routines with your physical body, what you eat, how you exercise or don't exercise. It is health on all levels, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical. It's your lifestyle. It's whether you have the flexibility and the freedom that you need to be happy. And it's also the house of pets. So this is where you are guided by your soul, by the universe, to set intentions for a new vision for the next chapter of your life as we enter 2025, Leo. Some of you want a new job. Some of you are being called to release an environment that we could say is toxic to you. Only you know. Others of you are ready to perhaps leave a job and start your own business. Some of you are really focused on getting healthy or healthier, maybe releasing a habit, maybe starting new habits that are going to increase your vitality. So beautiful Leo, let me shuffle for you and see what the cards have to say for you. Leo, your card is The Direction Guardian, choose your path. I love this card. I love this card so much because it shows how many spiritual resources are at your disposal. And when I talk about spiritual resources, these are things such as totem animals. And Leo, there's you. There's the lion. Isn't that cool? There's also the resource of your angels and your guides. And there's the resource of the earth. And this card is a reminder to you to tap into your inner resources, as well as the nurturing of Mother Earth, as well as your angelic support, your spiritual support, to choose your path. Something is ready to awaken within you. And you know what's cool, Leo, is that this new moon is happening in your 6th house, but also we have Mars retrograde going on. In Leo, that's happening in your 1st house, but it's going to retrograde back into your 12th house, which is opposite this new moon when it goes into Cancer, which is going to be January 7th. So 1 week after this new moon, Mars will retrograde into your 12th house. And that's when especially you're going to have extra spiritual access to all of these other resources. Of course, you have access to them all the time, but there's something to me very synchronistic about Mars retrograding back into your 12th house on January 7th, a week after this new moon. And all of the images in this card, which is that you have a direction guardian. And Mars retrograde is when we turn inward and we reflect and we receive the knowing, that the clarity from our direction guardians. So which path are you ready to take? Call on your spiritual source for guidance. And if this resonates, Leo, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Cancer. Hello, beautiful Cancer. Cancer, I have my moon and my rising in Cancer. And Cancer risings are creating a new vision in the house of committed partnerships. Now, Cancer, if you would like a new partner, this is a beautiful new moon for creating a vision for that, for planting your seeds, for setting your intention for the qualities that you want to receive, you know, the relationship that you want to experience. But not only this, it's the feeling. What does this feel like, right? Even asking to have dreams, nighttime dreams, in which you feel that connection with your divine partner. Now, if you're already in a committed partnership, Cancer, is there a way in which you would want to deepen your connection? Is there anything that you desire having to do with your partner? Maybe some of you want to travel with your partner. Maybe some of you want to do something that you haven't done in a while with your partner, or that you've never done. This is a brand new year, a life-changing year for a lot of people. In Cancer, Jupiter is going to be in your sign this year, beginning in June. That is an incredible, expansive transit. I will do a separate video for everyone, of course, on Jupiter and Cancer and some of the other transits. I already have one video for you on Neptune and Saturn going into Aries, but you are really going to feel some beautiful changes this year. And so, how would you like to deepen your own connection to an existing partner, calling in a new partner? And if you don't want a partner, as some of you tell me sometimes, how about your connection to your own divine soul, your own soul partner, romancing your soul, which I teach you how to do. I share with you tools for this in my book, The Magic of Saying Yes, which is linked in the description box below. So Cancer, I am now going to pull a card for you. And just notice during this new moon, because it's an opposition, we call it an opposition, the new sun and the moon will be opposite your energy. And you will especially feel this if you have planets or points between 4 and 14 degrees of your sign, but you may feel this more with your interactions with others because it's an opposition. We often feel this in our relationships. So let us pull a card now, and I'm getting this intuitive sense to say also, and with your divine helpers, your guides and angels as well. So be open to those signs and synchronicities and those dreams and the way you get messages, Cancer. Okay, your card is the Lady. It says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. This is a card of abundance. Check out the abundance of this card. This is like the earthly delights of life overflowing, the fruit falling from the tree. This is so cool. I love this. She's smiling. Look, Cancer, she's smiling at you and she's saying, job well done. Pick the fruit from the tree. It's ripe. It's time for you now to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I know that a lot of Cancers have been working really, really hard over this past year or several years. It hasn't been easy. Cancer, you have also experienced the trials and tribulations, the shedding of a skin, the ego deaths, and so forth from Pluto in Capricorn, which is done and over for good. And often, you know, when a Pluto transit is finally over for good, which really just happened about a month ago, that was just November 20th was the last day of that. Often that's when we reap some sort of reward, when Pluto brings us a karmic reward, so to speak. So, beautiful Cancer, are you ready to reap your rewards? I know, silly question. Of course you are. Of course I am. Of course we are. I speak as a Cancer myself. If you want to claim your rewards in the comments below, let me know, beautiful Cancer. I would love to hear. Gemini. Hello, beautiful Gemini. Gemini, you are going to experience the new moon in Capricorn in your 8th house of power and control, death and rebirth, transformation, the house of deep emotional intimacy, the house of sexual intimacy. It's a relationship and a money house where we share resources, time, money, and energy with others. It can be professional others, it can be business partnerships or clients, and it can also be those to whom we are committed in some way, such as a best friend or anyone with whom we have some sort of commitment around our physical resources or a physical resource. Like you could own a home with somebody else that you're not married to, or maybe you have a completely platonic relationship with, but nevertheless you have some sort of agreement. And this is also the house of loans and taxes and debts and assets, investments, real estate. This is where you are setting a new intention, a new vision. Some of you may be ready to be a homeowner if you're not already. Others of you are really focused on building a nest egg or your investments. Others of you are focused on a partnership and increasing your intimacy or transforming your partnership in some way, emotionally, sexually, and so forth. This is where you are encouraged by the universe to set intentions, to plant your seeds, to envision what it would feel like to have what you most want, to feel it, to get into the vortex, to feel the feeling as though it's already happening in your life. Beautiful Gemini. So I am going to shuffle for you and let us see what the cards have to say for you. And if I didn't say it already, this could be a new relationship, deepening an existing relationship. It's different for all of you. Of course, this is a general reading. I have to see your chart in order to tell you exactly how this new moon is impacting you. Okay, gems. Oh, and I have my natal sun in Gemini. I forgot to say. Beautiful Gemini. Your card is... Ooh, Gemini, it is the sun, it's the sun is coming out on your life. Beautiful Gemini, the sun is coming out on your life. This is one of the best cards in the deck. It says, enjoy success and happiness. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm getting really excited. Okay, here's the thing. You have been working really hard, many of you Geminis, to build up your assets, to build up your investments, or perhaps you've been working very hard on some sort of contract with another in business or an agreement with somebody in your personal life. And now you are going to experience the success that comes with this. This card says, beautiful Gemini, if you want to claim this in the comments below, let us know. I would love to hear. The sun is coming out on your life. Taurus, hello, beautiful Taurus. Taurus, I think you're really going to love this new moon in Capricorn. You're going to receive a trine from the energy. Capricorn is Earth. You are Earth. You're going to get a trine, and this is really beautiful. Not only this new moon is happening in your house of expansion, Taurus, your house of spiritual new horizons, new adventures, long distance travel, where you're growing, you're learning. You may start a new degree program. You may be studying something or ready to study something. You could be starting some sort of degree or certification program or a new course. This is really beautiful. You may be very much ready to start some sort of new adventure. Whatever it is, it's like a new vista in your life. When you're taking a road trip and you're like, you've never been here before, and you're driving and it's early in the morning and you're coming up to the crest of a hill and you don't know what's on the other side. That's what this new moon feels like to me for you, beautiful Taurus, where you're just, your whole body, your whole heart opens up to this new environment, this new possibility, this new horizon. That is so beautiful, Taurus. So let me now pull a card for you and see what the cards have to say. For your new vision in the house of expansion or spiritual awakening, and some of you are reading new books, some of you are learning more about astrology, you're learning new healing modalities. It could be any of these things. Okay, Taurus. Your card is... Ooh, one of my favorite cards in this deck. White Witch. The White Witch, be the light. Be the light. So much light in this card. The ninth house is very light filled. It's very expansive. It is traditionally ruled by Jupiter. And you can see that this owl has antlers, that this owl has earned from being that much more wise. There's a star here, a mandala here. That to me is, what is your North Star? What do you truly want? There's a lot of green from, earthly support, the earth supporting you. And the White Witch, she knows who she is. She has a sense of what she's here to do and be. She is ready with her wise owl as her guide. She is ready to bring her gifts out into the world that much more. So if this card resonates for you, beautiful Taurus, and I'm thinking of you as earth energy and all of this earthly adornment on her, there's something in this card about just saying yes to your heart and just saying yes to being the light, whatever that looks like for you. If you're ready to claim that, beautiful Taurus, leave me a comment. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. Aries, hello, beautiful Aries. Aries, you are going to experience this new moon in your 10th house of career, legacy, retirement, semi-retirement. I call this house the house of life purpose expressed. It's the house of vocation, the house of passion. It's where you're doing what your heart is calling you to do. It's really the house of callings. You're going to feel this new moon, Aries. And I say that because you're getting a square from this new moon to your energy. And that means motivation. It means that you are feeling pressured. It means you're feeling tension. You could feel a restlessness. You are ready to make some sort of move in this area of career or legacy. Or as I said, it's basically the house of how do you want to be spending your time? What's important to you? Are you living, quote unquote, on purpose? I know that's different for all of us. It depends on a lot of different factors in your life, but I would be very surprised if you didn't feel a strong desire to do something. If it's not new, it's a new level of what you're doing. It's to at the very least be more inspired, to receive some sort of inspiration, because Aries, what we know about you is that if you're not inspired, you're not going to take action. Like life is lackluster for you. You need a certain amount, you need the spark. You need the spark to be lit for you to take any sort of action, for it to go anywhere, right? For it to materialize into anything. You need to have that feeling inside of you. So beautiful Aries, I am going to shuffle for you now, and let's see what the cards have to say. Some of you are probably deciding to take whatever you do to the next level, to start a new business, to, jump off the metaphorical cliff knowing that the net will appear, and do the thing that your heart is calling you to do. What are you feeling called to, Aries? One thing I notice in my coaching and in my astrology readings too with clients is often people say, I don't know what I'm passionate about. I don't know what I want to do. But then when we start to talk and we really get into it, the truth is they do know. It's just that their mind is talking them out of it, or they don't know the how yet. And that's very natural. We're not supposed to know the how until we get the inspiration and we let that inspiration grow inside of us. So that may be helpful for some of you. So let's see what the cards have to say now for you, Aries. Your card is, ooh, the Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded. This is another gorgeous card in this deck. All of the green. Some of you are going to have a heart healing around this time. Aries, you have also, like the other cardinal signs that I've mentioned in these readings, you have also been through a major life-changing chapter while Pluto was in Capricorn. It depends on the planets and points when you felt that, somewhere between 2008 and 2024. You went through one or more very deep changes. The ego death, as we call it, the transformation, the death and rebirth. Some of you went through a heart healing, or you're going to go through a heart healing now or around this time of this new moon. And this is going to change your life. When we heal our heart, we heal every aspect of ourselves. After all, it is the heart that attracts to us what we most want. The Heart Math Institute has published research that shows that our hearts have a magnetic field 5,000 times greater than the mind, than the intellect. We attract with our heart energy. Some of you are letting a shield down that was maybe there on an unconscious level based on past pain. And this I see as Archangel Raphael, but it could be any angel that is offering his or her healing energy to you. Stay rooted and grounded, because as you stay rooted and grounded, you receive everything you need from the earth, from spirit, from your own wisdom, all this ethereal energy around this archangel's head. I just feel a very deep level of healing from this card. So beautiful, Aries, if you resonate with this card or with the message or where this is happening in your chart, leave me a message, leave me a comment, in the comments below. I would love to hear. Pisces, hello, beautiful Pisces. Pisces, you are going to experience the new moon in Capricorn in your 11th house of the world. This is the house of the world is your oyster. It's hopes, wishes, and dreams. It is your friendships, your alliances, your support, your communities, the groups that you know, it's like big picture networking. It's also online. It's also online dating. It is long-term financial gains. This is the house of fulfillment, really. It's the house of what is your current dream? What's the current dream of your life? What do you most want? This is where we often get support for what we most want. So this is a gorgeous new moon for you, beautiful Pisces. You're getting a sextile, which is very harmonizing. Saturn, of course, is in your sign, and Saturn is the ruler of this new moon, and it is harmonizing with this new moon. So I think you're going to have just a gorgeous new moon, beautiful Pisces, which you're probably so ready for, given that you are one of the mutable signs that has received some tension from Jupiter Saturn square. And Pisces, do you know this is going to be a really important new year for you, 2025, with the North Node moving into your sign? If you haven't watched my video on the North Node and Pisces, definitely go watch that, because when you have the North Node in your sign, it's usually quite a remarkable year, or at least over the 18 months from January of 2025 until mid-year 2026. You will likely have something quite positively life-changing occur for you, Pisces. So I love this. What is your dream? What do you want? Do you feel like you have the tribe that you desire? Do you feel like your friends are simpatico in alignment with your vibration? This is the new moon to envision this. How about your long-term financial gains? Whatever your vision is for any of these areas, do you want to expand out? Do you want to live someplace else? Do you want to win the lottery? Whatever it is for you, Pisces, this is a beautiful new moon for you to create a vision for feeling supported, feeling aligned and supported. Let us see what the cards have to say. Oops, let us see what the cards have to say for you, Pisces. Your card is, ooh, another gorgeous card, the Air Guardian. Shift your perceptions. Check it out. Wow, wow, wow. Do you see the abundance in this image? This is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. What I love about this card is the freedom of the air moving through her hair. I feel a sense of spiritual royalty. I feel a sense of, I love that her hair is black and that the wings are black. I feel like there's some darkness that is meant to be shed from you. It says shift your perceptions. There is something, Pisces. I mean, Saturn's in your sign, Neptune's in your sign. Neptune is going to be moving into Aries. It's going to dip its toe into Aries for a short while. Then it will go back into your sign. But with so much energy in your sign, Pisces, you have really been through it. Saturn moving through your sign is not an easy transit. It's not done. We've got some more time. Both Saturn and Neptune are going to go into Aries for a brief time and then back into your sign next year. The North Node's going to be in your sign. There's an important releasing, letting go, ending of an old cycle for all Pisces. And this is saying release anything that's outworn, release anything that's dark for you, release anything that is in your past, because beautiful Pisces, so many of us were burned at the stake, right? So many of us have past lifetimes where we were shunned or ostracized or punished or whatever. But we are new again. We are meant to be new again. We are meant to shed all of that and to experience the joy of life. So shift your perception. See yourself as the spirit of pure love that you are. See yourself as the co-creator of a gorgeous divine reality, whatever it is that you want to create. I hope I'm not lecturing too much, beautiful Pisces. Leave me a comment in the comments below if you'd like to share whether this resonates. To me, I see beauty. I see abundance. I see freedom. I see wisdom. I see a whole new path ahead of you. I hope you do as well. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. In this new moon time at the end of 2024, you are going to be setting intentions, creating a new vision for your own mystical self. Why do I say this? Because you're having this new moon in the 12th house, and the 12th house is the house of rest and retreat. This could be a very quiet, reflective new moon for you. You could feel like you don't want to leave the house. That's often true when we have a 12th house new moon. You could have intense dreams. You could really feel your imagination on fire. This is a gorgeous new moon to do guided visualizations. I do have a playlist for you, guided meditations, on my YouTube channel. In addition, you can download a free guided visualization from my website when you sign up for free to my inspirational updates. This is a new moon in which you may want to deepen your divine connection. You may want to really tap into your spiritual guidance, whether that is your own psychic awareness, whether that is, just ways of experiencing the other realms, such as through astral travel or through channeling, automatic writing, and so forth. You could decide you want to reprogram your subconscious mind. You could rewrite your narrative. You could be doing affirmations. Lots of ways you can work with this energy, but basically this is a new moon that is calling you into a mystical awareness of your true self as a divine being of pure love. Beautiful Aquarius. You could have a spiritual awakening during this new moon. Let us see what the cards have to say for you, Aquarius. And your card is, oh my goodness, the Shaolin Master. I may be saying that wrong. My apologies if I am. This card says, be graceful in movement and action. This is a very spiritual card, right? This is a master. There's some level of mastery that is meant for you to experience during this new moon and during the next 6-month manifestational cycle. There's creativity with the orange. He is doing a practice, of course, a spiritual practice. Spiritual practices fall in the 12th house as well. He is mastering a level of awareness that is going to serve him well going forward. And this is what I think this card is saying to you as well. Be graceful. as you move through these last days of this year and as you move through the first days of 2025, because there is some magic for you here. There's some awakening to your power, beautiful Aquarius. So if you want to claim your awakening to a new level of power or spiritual mastery, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. My beautiful friend, thank you so much for joining me for this Capricorn new moon video, the very last new moon of 2024. I am super excited as we venture into this brand new year. I'm super thrilled that we have a gorgeous new moon as the last new moon of 2024. I think this is very auspicious, and it is really setting the stage for a higher vibrational first month of 2024. Very supportive. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your likes of this video, for your thumbs ups. Thank you for your comments. I love your comments, for sharing this video with other people who love astrology, and for your subscribes. Your subscribes really make a huge difference. They activate the YouTube algorithm so that this video gets suggested to more people. And this in turn allows me to produce more content like this for you. If you would like to do an astrology consultation or a clarity coaching session with me, go to my website, check out my offerings. We can do a 2025 year ahead reading. We can do a 90-minute astrology consultation if you would like to discuss an area of your life or areas that are very important to you right now and perhaps get a bit of advice or coaching from me. Or we can do a natal chart, a heart's desire, or a life purpose, relationship harmony reading, whatever you most need right now. Go to my website, check out the testimonials that other clients have shared after working with me, and you should get a sense of whether you feel called to work together. And it will be my absolute joy to meet you and support you on Zoom. As promised, I have a free gift for you. That free gift is a soothing guided meditation for you to download. You can do it over and over. It is meant to connect you to your unconditionally loving divine guidance, your spiritual helpers, to raise your vibration and reconnect you with your own heart's knowing. If you would like to receive that guided meditation, go to my website, sign up for free to my weekly inspirational astrology updates, and you will get that free gift, instant download at the same time. Thank you to my Sunday chat friends for joining us. Please join us. I love seeing you in the chat. Together, we can continue to build a beautiful, like-minded community in 2025. So, my friend, I hope you are having a gorgeous holiday season filled with peace and joy and love. And until my next video, I'm sending you all my love.